Alright, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are doing a Pimp My Arc for BDB Ruby. Ruby, welcome to the channel. Thank you for letting us look at your arc. Hopefully, we'll give you some help today.
Thank you.
And of course, Neva immediately mutes himself.
I did. I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't know it was just. I didn't know it was going. My fault. All right. So, Miss Ruby, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for letting us take a look at your art today. First things first. Can you go ahead and show us your main, please? Let me see what comms you're working with here.
Yeah.
We got a
It's
wolf. Okay.
I was wondering about putting lucky knotting on here instead,
Mm,
or something else as a headpiece. Then obviously I want to change the Titan at some point.
yeah. Nodding on the wolf. I mean, the trigger rate, yeah, but it's not, I mean, there's other things you can get trigger rate from now in the game, but wolf just doesn't. Wolf just isn't the wolf she used to be, unfortunately. Who's your main?
I still kills rain. Yeah, that's right.
Is she your main com?
I do use but I do use rain. He's not kind of built out properly because he was rock not that long ago, but he seems to still do all right.
Okay, so Reinhardt. All right. What else?
With Sister Wolf, I've got level 30 steam cannon on here though.
Yeah.
And the others I've got Stella, which I don't really use. She's my farmer.
Okay, go steam com.
He
Okay.
kills monsters and he's pretty much a farmer as well. And I was going to use her, but I haven't really done anything with her yet. And she's just got spear equipment on. Actually, in fact, Rock's old assault shield. In fact, he's still got his gems on. I haven't even
Gotcha.
regemed it. But yeah, in the background, I am building a Ira, and that's going to be her gear there. And yeah, but I haven't. I'm not using her until I get her S class. She's on 300 at the moment. So close, but
Okay, so you're not quite as fast on her yet.
No, I won't use her until I get her S class.
Okay, cool. Good stuff. Yeah, of
She,
course. All right.
yeah.
What's your tech looking like?
Yeah, so this is my tech. Walker main, as you can see.
Okay.
I was going to get T11 infantry for Ira, which is also another reason she's been built in the background. I'm just
Yeah, of
building her
course.
skills up slowly and stuff.
I got you. Yeah.
I did talk to Wild briefly, and he said that I could change to a Roshi. I'm not sure how you say it, instead of Rain, and I'd need a Tenjing, which I could actually almost get now, I think. But yeah, but I'm going to get her hunks, and
Here,
then I
would you like
thought I
to?
might.
Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead, Ruby. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So what else did you want to look at? I've got my talent research is quite large. I'm all the way over here.
Okay.
So, and I'm Paravulca 5 as well, maximum level, which is also why I think my sister Wolf does quite well.
Okay. Okay. Because the thing is, with Wolf, she doesn't have full pen, and she's not. Yeah, it's not really. What kind of blueprints do you have?
Not many, but I need to open some.
Okay.
I need to open some boxes. I just didn't want to open something with. Where are they? Somewhere. Have I gone past? Must have. It's commanders there. Oh gosh, I'm blind. I could normally find it. 1100 on the wormhole crystals. That's mainly because I use so many on the doing my walk here. That's what I was looking for. So I've got 18 Gen 1, so I could pretty much make something because I've
Okay.
only got one on the Gen 2. But I thought I might use it on a 10 Gen, but I didn't want to do it unless I was sure that's where I wanted to head. I tend to keep things in here rather than use them.
Yeah.
And I've got a spirit stone to put on someone.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 But
All right.
I don't know what I've got, yeah, that's the 10 Gen, but I've just got it, but I have got a Wrath of the Stars, but I'd have to get a Holy Grail, yeah, to get that. Anything else you want to look at?
What are we thinking here? What are we wanting to do? How are we wanting to improve? I mean, your leadership's obviously on run. It's not a bad setup on run. You're building an hour in the background, but you don't have T11 infantry yet. So
No, that's yep.
Your blue hunks with Sister Wolf. Your Sister Wolf is. I mean, it's gonna be okay to kill some things. You don't have it doesn't look like you have A class stuff, which is fine. So your Sister Wolf will be okay to kill some of the Reinhardts and stuff, but you have to watch out for them still. But your Reinhardt could use some leadership, and higher level AD, which is available through the event, but I don't know if you have any cubes to get it. But I wouldn't suggest wasting cubes on it, to be honest with you. But it's also dropped very rarely now. So I mean, so I don't know how you would approach that. But for right now, I would say just to continue to run your Reinhardt, because with the Reinhardt and Orochi, it comes down to two things. With leadership really. And unfortunately, you don't have enough of it on the arc right now. It didn't look like to be a max lead Reinhardt or a max, or even a 1.1, 1.2, things like that. So that's the only downfall of it. But you can still get some kills with this Reinhardt. I would try to absorb some of the spare leadership if you have any into it to make it, or increase it at least to make it a little bit stronger. But you can still get some kills out of it. The problem is that with Walker being a Walker account, you're going to want to really, really start investing into like your research levels first, and then you want to start investing into like you want to get some higher level talents like Walker. Power of Walker being max is great, but you also want like either interference field or what's the other one? Damn it, healing field, things like that. Especially if you're going to be running the T12 Walker account. Right now, your Sister Wolf doesn't have enough. She doesn't have full pin. She has some decent amount of attack, but she doesn't have full pin though. So you would definitely replace at this moment. You would replace the Dev helmet with the the fucking what's it called, the Tangling, or whatever the hell it is, the Tang. Just for now, because you don't have a formal hunt, but you would do that for now because you want to get a full pin on your owner, and you can't physically get it right there. And you want to replace that Titan with another Alcade for sure.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It takes time. So I would definitely probably, if you wanted to open up and get the Tangling first. That way you can start leveling up and getting its uses out of it that you need.
And put it on here. And put it on Sister Wolf.
Yeah, you're gonna need that you're gonna need that devastation helmet. You won't need it. It's just not good. It's not gonna be beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the extra attack's awesome and everything. And you could kill Reinhardt's with it, but with Rebel AI, I mean, Sister Wolf Reinhardt counters aren't really a thing as much anymore, especially at the higher levels. You can still get the job done on certain ones, but
Yeah,
it depends on their AI
well,
level too, you know. Speaking of which, what is your AI level?
can you see it?
55,
Yeah,
34.
So all
The
of
same
that,
thing we told him. Go ahead, Greg.
I hit.
I was gonna say
I hit one.
all that needs to go into Rebel, and then you can
Yep.
play with your Reinhardt, and then if you get your Sister Wolf up and going, Rebel does not matter, so you can still keep the Rebel. That's
What
what
would I
I'm.
put on
That's
here then?
on what?
If I put the rebel on Rain, is what you're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, you want
So
Rebel and Reinhardt.
your
She
your
definitely kills stuff.
your count is kind
Like
of
she
weird.
kills a lot of Rains.
Your
Why
count's
is
kind of
that?
weird. I I I would agree with Neva with you should probably be leaning more into Reinhardt right now because your Sister Wolf isn't really built. Um, and that's why I would suggest putting everything into Rebel so you can put that on your Reinhardt. Um, for the most part, AI doesn't really matter unless you're at the end game, so you can use Rebel on Sister Wolf, and then if you do get your Ira up and running, Ira does not care about um, AI other than leadership. So it's a way to get the most out of your one AI because you're not really going to be playing with two comms at the same time. So spreading out your AI, it would be better just to focus on one. And I think that Rebel would be the way to go for your account.
Okay.
Oh, Neva might see something different, but that's just my 2 cents.
Mm-hmm. You still there?
Maybe not. Neva, if you're trying to talk, you're muted right now.
Sorry, I had a phone call coming in.
Okay.
Um,
Sometimes you do that. He mutes himself and he thinks he's talking.
I do it quite often. But I was just saying I agree
Yeah.
with
See,
for
she
saying
does
putting it into Rebel.
kill. I hardly use any troops on purpose for her, but she does. She definitely does kill. You know. Does kill the Rains. And it was no, it was Rain. Yeah. So she's. I might show you that one, but like I use very minimal troops, and she kills much bigger like sister wolves and things. That's me
Yeah, see,
Rain.
you're already using
Be
Rebel
careful.
AI, so you might as well just put everything into it.
Yeah. So what was that one? Yeah. So she's it's all right. Oh, it was just, but yeah.
Right now, walkers are in a weird spot. You need
I know.
you
I
need
I so regret it. I do regret. Yeah, kind of. I seem to beat other sister wolves, I noticed, but in particular, and she seems to kill you know DSs as well, and Stellas. That's my rain. It was quite a yeah, but it gives you a bit of an idea of what was it one? But yeah, never mind. They use a lot more troops than me too, and I don't know. I've actually found she kind of works. She kind of works quite good with minimal troops, which I don't really kind of understand. But yeah, I keep, I put a little dent in him. That was a tough dude. I remember that. But yeah, you can tell I like doing it. That was against TNG. That was yeah. It was
Yeah, that was during Cass. But
yeah. It
outside
was
of outside of Cass, you don't really have the right gear setup to go up against. Like you can probably beat like a smaller Reinhardt, but like
okay. That one. He was a big dude. I killed him.
yeah, if you went up against him in like GC, he'd wreck you because you just don't really have the gear.
Oh yeah.
Because Sister Wolf is a great comm when you have high tech and high gear. But I think you would net much better results in just using Reinhardt right now.
Yeah. So that was in GC. That one. So they killed my. I've got Power of Walkers on my um T11. So yeah. But
Yeah, see, but that's
I
a
don't know.
baby Reinhardt.
Yeah. Well, what's that one? No, that was a weird one. They did a one shot. I don't even know why they did that.
I mean, I'm not saying you
But
can't keep your sister
I
wolf.
suppose they want
I'm
to
not
do.
saying you can't keep your sister wolf as a you know as a Ryan counter or not. I'm not saying that at all. It's just when you start getting to a higher level of play and the casters that like this server faces and things like that, you're going to see that. Okay, well yeah, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Is all I'm saying. But what I'm saying is like you should definitely at least put since you're running a rebel on your sister wolf anyway, you should at least put the rest of your you should at least put it into your the rest of your shit into your rebel to get it higher level if you're going to be alternating between that way you can at least have it on your Reinhardt too. And then be effective on your Reinhardt and get a higher leadership. That's all he's saying. All right. So
Makes sense.
yeah.
Yep.
So I mean
I've got a few documents too. I've been a bit lazy and I haven't put them on, but
yeah.
I get that way sometimes too.
yeah. How many have I got at the moment?
It's just wait till
Oh,
you
not
get to
as
the
many.
point where you have all those documents and you can't even put them on because you didn't have enough leadership.
Yeah, so 364.
So
Whoops. I've obviously been collected. So shove them all on there. So yeah,
I mean,
to remember to put the back on actually. Do I even build out this DS that I've partly? I need to concentrate on
I
getting my
wouldn't.
T11 first.
So the
She's
issue
kind of a
is
farmer,
the
and
issue
I haven't even got
is
her proper gear on.
yeah,
But, so that's my gear.
by the time you were to get your DS to a spot to where she's usable, you can probably get your Ira to that same spot, and she's just plain old better in every way. For your account, because so the reason why so many people play Ira is because she does a lot of things that most players don't have the gear to do, which is why she's used. But she can also be used very, very wrong, and then people don't like her.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with your
So
account,
that's your set, but I haven't. Yeah, it's not even gemmed. So
I mean, yeah, the levels aren't really in a spot to where you can run her, and she's not S class, so you can't. So that's a work in progress.
no. I mean, her skills, I haven't even. I'm still. Oh, no, actually, a bit more than I thought to work with. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'll just do one now.
and you have T12 unlocked, right?
Um, no,
What
I'm.
you don't have T12
I've
walkers?
got no. I've close, but
Okay,
what am I on?
Hyper 3.
Hyperspace. So 3, yeah. And then I was going to unlock Blue Hank. I've got heaps of Dr. 104. So the HC is not the problem. I just got to get resources.
So the good thing is
I could actually have T12 if you look at that. I just need lots of resources.
I'm trying to think of like what way I would take your arc. Either way, it's going to be a
I
work.
regret going walkers.
It's going to be a work in progress, no matter what.
To me, I thought I would finish off my hyperspace, get my blue hunks, and then I thought do T11 in infantry for my IRA, and then hopefully by the time I've done that, I've built a gear up, and she'll be S class by then. She's on 300 at the moment, and then I didn't know where to go from that, whether to finish off my switch to air because I'm maining rain now, whereas it was rock before, but he used to be really good, and someone broke him.
Okay, I have an idea. And then Neva, tell me what you think about this. I think that you should quote unquote main Reinhardt. As you are maining Reinhardt, slowly build up your Ira, get her to S class, get her sweet pen. You don't need crazy high levels on the gear, you just need enough pen. You don't have to get them at 45. You can use pen gems. Pen gems on Ira with lower gear does work. But I would swap out the Soul Cutter for a Wild Rose. Maybe get them up to 35. Put pen gems on them so you get full pen. Get her at S class, and then you can.
What? Why drop the Soul Cutter? I thought it was supposed to be better than Wild Rose.
For Ira, no.
No. So. Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is gonna like turn you into a sweet pen build. I know people are always talking about sweet pen, but it works. This way you're gonna have your Reinhardt. It's gonna cost you very little to run your Reinhardt. Swap some leadership over to her. I don't see a point in you running Sister Wolf right now. So use Reinhardt, slowly build up your Ira, and to save you on bots and time, I would get your gear up to like 35, maybe 40, and then substitute gear levels for pen gems. You can buy canes right now at the All Star. You can get pen from there. You can get pen from other spots. And then you can make a decision.
I've got a lot of gems, which I don't use.
Yep.
Which
because pen gems will substitute for gear levels. And then you can make the decision on if you want to go full Ira main or if you want to kind of split your leadership between. It depends on what you have. Split your leadership between like Reinhardt and then like a smaller Ira. And then while you're doing all that, you're going to be upgrading your Walker tech. I would not go for T11 infantry for you. I would stick with the T10 infantry. Use those for Ira. And then by the time you're at a better spot as far as like gear is involved, you should have your T12 walkers unlocked and you should have a little bit better gear. And if you have the gear, you can swap back to Sister Wolf, or by the time you would get to that point, you might have an A class Zeth, which you could use that as well. That's what I would do for your account, like where you are.
Yeah. So I have got all these, but I wouldn't have a clue who to put them on, basically. So I just literally left them sitting in here. So I had thought about putting links on, but I don't have a full set. I've only got 3. I was going to put these on Sister Wolf, but and I have got some canes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 out of the 5. But I could go to All Stars and see if I can get the other one. So any ideas who I should put them on? Would that be Rain?
If you wanted to follow my plan, then I would suggest getting another Wild Rose and then putting your canes on Ira.
Okay. I recycled a eyebrow. I
But
did have one.
I mean that's if you follow. I don't know if Neva has like another idea on how you might want to run your arc.
No, I can.
No, I don't have it anymore. Yeah. Need to recycle those.
No, I can agree, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
I would do that. Yeah, I can agree with you.
It's probably the most efficient use of your resources, so that way you can continue to fight and have some fun in the game.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Alrighty.
I think with you guys, I can see that my sister probably wouldn't be any good here, but she was in the other G season and with the commanders that we matched there. But it might be different with the different level that you guys play at, I would say. But I'm not. Yeah, I think the Reigns might be a bit tougher, but yeah, she does seem to do all right. So, and yeah, like I said, they see a tiny little sister wolf with hardly any things and think they can kill her, and with their big sister wolf, then I kill them. So yeah, it's not too bad. But it's good. I did plan to build Ira, as you can see, but not until she's a bit further along.
Yeah.
But
I just fear that
yeah.
like you trying to use Sister Wolf and Reinhardt at the same time, I don't think that's for like the gear you have and where you are. I don't think that's gonna be. I don't want to say efficient because like not everybody thinks of efficiency, but you're spreading yourself a little bit too thin. And Sister Wolf is a great comp if you have the gear and the text to support her, and you definitely can fight down with Sister Wolf, but if you're trying to fight up with like the gear you have right there, it just won't work.
So what gear does she need?
Oh, I mean, like for an end game build, I Neva would know more. I'm not really like a walk. I'm more of an Ira main. I'm not really a Walker main.
Sister Wolf can use a couple of different. There's a couple of different options. It's always going to be a hybrid build though. So it's going to have damage reduction in it. It's going to have damage in it. It's not going to be like super tank. So what I ran on my Sister Wolf was Tang Lane, Broken Fortress, Alcade, Ambition, Regular.
Okay.
Yeah.
So change it. So definitely get that change. Lucky I hadn't got anything else, so that's what I tend to do there until I'm sure. I just leave it in the boxes, and then plus they bring out new gear, so you can. It's always just sitting there. So I will open that for and get blueprints for that. What did I have? 18 wasn't it? I think I might have someone here already. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, it's other, isn't it? No heck of the blueprints. I can never remember. That doesn't really matter anyway. So I've only got. Oh, actually, yeah, I could definitely build one because I've got 75
75. That's
at the
not too
moment,
bad.
and I had. Yeah, well, I've got 18 in those boxes, and there are 5 per box, so clearly could make one. And Antares, is that good for anything?
Antares is okay. It's just there's not really a lot of. I mean, you'd be better off running an ambition at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you're running, yeah, I prefer ambition over Antares. But if you're doing a dodge build, then Antares is a good idea. It's a great idea if you're doing a dodge build. Especially
Right.
if it's so there's a couple of different ways to build her. So, but I personally ran the tanky hybrid version. It did well. I was still able to kill Reinhardt's all the time and everything else, but that was the point. Especially in cast, great cast on. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I mean,
at least this way you can use T10 or T1 for your Reinhardt. They're cheap to heal. You can use T10 infantry with your talents that you got good talent um, on your Ira, and then when you move past Ira, if you want to go to Zeth, if you want to go to Sister Wolf, if you want to go to Satalia, um, then you could turn those T10 infantry or T10 walker that you were using on Ira into T12. So you're not really losing like resources bouncing back and forth.
Right. Yep, makes sense. So I haven't really gemmed was it Rain? So I probably would need some help with that, but I'm sure someone could probably do that offline. I haven't, bearing in mind this was rocked not that long ago. But yeah, I've got a few gen slots, but I've got mainly I've got 3-piece Cassiopeia, and that was just to give me the damage reduction. And I've got Scorpio and Seth on him as well. I mainly run him with T1. Sometimes I do T2 and maybe use 10 of my T12. I've got 20 altogether. Depends on who I'm facing with him. But yeah, but he definitely, as I said, I had wondered about swapping out some of these. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
that's what I've got on him for now.
I mean, I would upgrade your pants to 40 just because I have OCD about that. But um, I don't know if I would
Oh,
want you to put
trying.
more slots into your because like Reinhardt isn't going to be your main. It's like a temporary main, and I don't want you to waste Geist and Spirit Stones on gear unless you're willing to recycle them.
Right. Okay.
Because unfortunately, like you're not a max lead Reinhardt, and your gear isn't 50. So even with two other gem slots, like you're either gonna win or you're not. So I don't see the point in wasting the resources for like a
Mm,
non-actual Reinhardt main.
right. Yeah, and I had wondered about recycling these as well. I've
Yep,
got them currently sitting on
they're
DS,
they're terrible.
um, and and putting those on here instead. But because she
Over
is only a farmer,
Overlord on what?
DS, she's just one of my commanders. I've got, yeah, that's her gear set at the moment. So
I would say
I
you
was going to
yeah, I'd say recycle the luck. You're never gonna use them. They're terrible. Um,
yep,
it's up to you. I wouldn't push the pants past 20, but that's just because I'm a bot hoarder. But that's just me.
for her because she's a farmer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't believe in secondary comms. That's just me.
right. Okay, so you just keep it at 20 for your farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So and you were right about Iron. I was building a sway pen set, and yeah, I think it was. But I was told that the Soul Cutter is better than this. So
Uh,
which is why I changed it for the penetration.
it's the
But
same. It's the same
when you look at
pen.
it the same,
So here's the thing about the Soul Cutter. If you are willing to take your that set you have right now, if you are willing to take it up to 45,
yep,
and not use pen gems, then you can use the Soul Cutter. The reason why I say that is because with the increased levels, you're gonna get the additional SWE, and you can use the soul cutter. But if you're gonna be taken up to 45, you're gonna have to recycle them at some point. They're gonna have to go into your main's gear because Ira isn't your main. You know, you want
Right.
to use like a traditional T12 walker. So the
Yep.
reason why I said get another Wild Rose is because you can use lower gear levels. That additional rose will give you that extra SWE, and you can use pen gems to make up for the gear levels, so you don't have to, quote unquote, waste a bunch of bots. But
That makes
it's
sense.
it's up to
Yep.
you on because you know your arc better than us. You know what you're capable of getting. I don't know if you spend on the money, or I don't know if you spend on the game. So like these are just ideas, so you know where you can kind of take you have options.
Yep. That makes sense. There'll be no
Yeah.
problem getting a roll of bros. That's cool. Right. And I'll recycle that one. Not much point in having that then. But I'll get the wild roses. Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
you
build.
if you're not willing to upgrade the gear, then yeah, get the wild rose. But if you're willing to upgrade the gear to 45, then keep the soul cutter. It's up to you.
Yeah, probably not. So probably makes more sense to get the wild rose. Yes, and you're right about the 37 does bug me. But I can't. I've got a few bots. I've got a few bots I can make. We sort of see a few sitting on 13, but yeah, I haven't. I definitely need to. But I bot farm all the time. I'm always making bots. I just emptied it out recently. I had heaps here,
That's
but
good.
yeah. And so I've got two to yeah. But yeah, I normally take them up to 20 and then get my 15 and then recycle, and there's gemstones to get my other things up. But yeah, that's cool. All right, I think you guys have been. Oh, there's another one to recycle. All good, but I don't. I do keep a few things. Yeah, and I've just got them sitting on max level. Interesting. But yeah, the old salt shields were from rock, of course. But yeah, I've still got one on rain. But I will try and get him another. Was it Elder Baron? And see how we go. But I'll take your advice. Get rid of recycle the A1 AI on that one and put it in there, and yeah, away we go. But yeah, all right. I think I'm a little bit more sus now, and yeah, I'll carry on with my IRA. I'm not using her at the moment at all, not even to farm, because I've got the DS that's much higher. But all good.
Okay, Neva, do you have anything you want to add, or?
Nah, I'm good, bro. It sounds like we're right there. You got her on the right track. So
Okay. Do you
So
have
the
any?
only thing with my tech, my only question was with my tech is where I should head now. Like I'll carry on. Do I carry on two things? Do I carry on doing all this with the talents? Like, do I do the next level? Do I go back and start building at other levels of other things? I mean, obviously, barrel walkers max, but I heard with Ira that pair of infantries doesn't need to be higher than one. I don't know if that's true or not, but um,
Well, we're not gonna be. I'm not gonna have you unlock T11 infantry. I'm just gonna have you keep going down the walker path. So you'll need T10
okay,
walkers. So you won't have to worry about the infantry talents.
okay. So
Um,
T10.
yeah, T10
Okay,
walkers is what you'll use. I would I would personally unlock the core module, but I wouldn't move past that until you actually have your T12.
Okay. All right. Is there any that I should go up in levels here for Sister Wolf? Yeah, and I don't know you don't want me to drop here. Okay, so what talent should I have on Rain then?
Reinhardt would be final defense, uh, barrier. Well, no, because you're gonna be using T1, so you don't have talents.
See, when we want T1, T2, so don't worry about it.
I was like, what?
So
What was I?
definitely don't need to worry.
No.
So is there any point? Yeah, that's my walkers, and that's what I've got on. That's on Sister Wolf for now. But that's Max with a para walker, and that's the other ones I got on here. And that interference field.
Isn't your power of walkers? Isn't that maxed already?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Whoops. That's what that is. Yep.
I don't know about the tier 1 talents, but the tier 3 talents, you should put points into interference field and healing field. Because those are good
Okay,
for.
I did have interference. Interference. And healing.
I don't know what walkers use for
Right.
the tier 1 talents.
Okay.
Mine are all at level 1.
Yeah.
HP and defense.
I've got HP to 2, I think, out of memory. Should I have a look? I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can be a
so
bit of a ding dong. I accidentally did that one and that one because I was in a hurry and I thought I was doing that one. And then I was like, what? So I studied level 2 accidentally. Probably shouldn't admit that on live stream, but there we go. I couldn't believe I did it twice. But
It happens.
and I was a
I've done
walker
it.
as well, and I'm like, what? I was like, what the heck? So
Yeah.
I've only just done that one recently on purpose. Yeah. So I've got vengeful attack. In fact, I think that might have been one I did accidentally. I must be a bit more careful. But so you said level 3, didn't you? So healing field, yeah, no, I think they're only 2. Oh, 1. So I'll take them up then.
I would only get your interference field up to level 2 or 3.
Okay.
Because you're going to be using that with Ira, but she's going to be temporary. But at level 3,
Right.
if you can afford it, it'll be a 60% chance for a turn skip. I wouldn't take it to level
Okay.
5. I think that'll be a waste.
Yeah.
And then
No, I won't.
after that, that's more these guys.
Okay. All right. So I might go interference field and healing. So even though I've got tier 11 walkers, you wouldn't use them on Ira. You would still use T10. Is that right?
Yep. I would.
So why don't you use T11? Because wouldn't they be stronger, or is there a reason?
So
You can run T10 Walker can run wings at the 4th. T11 Walker can't.
I've got a ridiculous amount of still haven't leave the
So
I've got. So would you? I need to. I've only got 400. I've got 370 of. How many would I need?
What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to do the troop upgrade. If you don't know what I mean by that, like we can talk about it in Discord. You're gonna want to. I would turn your Gaias into Reyas. Leave your planewalkers there. You're gonna do the troop train trick where you build T6, you turn them into T10, and that way when you get to Ira, you're gonna use your T10 on your Ira, And then when you get to the point to where it's time to start building T12, you're going to turn the T10 into T11, the T11 into T12. So for right now, I wouldn't
Right.
touch the planewalkers, but I would turn the Gaias into T10, and then I would build T10. So that way you have the
Okay.
troops to use with Ira when you want to use her, and then when you want to switch over to like a T12 Walker main arc, those T10s are gonna they're a part of transitioning to T11 and T12 anyway. So you're gonna be using them for troops.
Okay.
And
Makes sense.
yeah, instead of spending all of these resources on T11 infantry with the tech and the troops, I would just say stick with the T10 because T10 infantry work or T10 Walker works.
And that's probably particularly because I'm a Walker main as well. Is that right? Where other people might not be,
Yeah,
because that's where
I just
that's where my research is.
yeah for and it's not just where your research is, it's for where you want to go in the future. I don't see a point in you transitioning to a T11 just to go back to T12. You might as well just stick on the path you are now because T10 Walkers does work on Ira.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I don't really. Apart from the ones I make you train for the space thing, I only really have T1 and T2, and then yeah, I don't have a lot in air, but yeah, and my infantry is pretty much the same. Of course, that's for but yeah,
If you
don't.
okay, so if you are only using your DS as a farmer, I would turn your T9 air into T10 and then turn the T10 air into T10 Walker
Okay,
because you're not going to use them. So that's like 480 some troops that do absolutely nothing for you. And you've already built them, so you might as well transfer them over to something useful.
yeah,
I don't know what for
just
your
just
infantry, you're not going to use them either. So your
yeah,
T9 infantry, T10, you might as well transfer them over to walkers because you're never going to use them.
yeah. You can just transfer them straight into whatever you want though. Like that's the not even a T9 air. You can basically
So,
just do it straight away.
well, you're going to
That's
want
how I.
to you're going to want to evolve your T9 into T10 and then um
So you don't
repurpose.
just repurpose.
No, for where you are, you're going to want to evolve all of your T9 to T10 for all three troop types,
Okay.
and then you're going to want to repurpose your T10 infantry and air over to Walker. It's going to be the cheapest way to do it.
Okay, but I won't be able to evolve though because don't you have to have because I never did T8, so don't you have to?
No,
Or can you
your
evolve?
T9 will evolve into T10.
Okay, it's just it. Yep. All right. Oops, wrong one.
And that'll give you the most return on your investment
Yes.
Okay.
because you already have them built. You're never going to use them, so you might as well, as efficiently as possible, turn them into something you'll use.
Okay. So you suggest to do that? Costs a lot of money.
I mean, don't do it now
Well,
because it's not a troop train event.
okay.
But yeah.
No, but that's what you're saying is evolve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I wait to troop train, then I can probably evolve them that way. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds all right then. I never thought that you could for some reason. But, unless you open T8. But
Nope. You don't
okay.
need to.
Right. That sounds good. I've written some notes. So keep building Ira. I've only started with it recently, and yeah, I'll keep Brain then. He seems to do all right, but and I will try and get that up to 40. But I'll just make some
I
more
mean,
bots and
that's
recycle.
that's just for my OCD, but I mean, this will be recorded,
Yeah.
so I don't know when it'll go up on YouTube, but you can refer back to that. You know, you got some smart guys in BDB, so you can always, ask them in chat, and then you're in Discord, so you can always reach out to us if you get stuck on something or if you need advice.
Sounds good. Oh, thank you for your help, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you for showing off your art today and everything, and thank you for allowing us to take a dive into it. Ruby, we appreciate it for sure.
I appreciate your help
And
too.
anything you need to help, feel free to reach out to me or anybody. I mean, me, Grinch, anyone. We'll be able to help you in any way we can. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. Welcome to
Thank you.
780, by the way.
Welcome to 780.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we'll see y'all later.